Bagnall Trout. The Knights are coached by Joe Feeder, assisted by Omar Abukar, Buck Stork, and Kobe Crone. And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please stand for the playing of the national anthem. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Championship Saturday here in Columbia, Maryland, on the campus of Howard Community College. We just saw the CCBC Essex women take a thrilling Region 20 championship game to overtime, scoring on the last second of the first overtime to win their championship. Now it is the CCBC Essex men getting their chance to make it an Essex sweep in their way in a David vs. Goliath matchup. It is the College of Southern Maryland Hawks looking to upset the Knights. Mark Winkle bringing you the action today as the number 5 nationally ranked Essex Knights, 16-2 record, 9-0 in the region, and they have won 13 straight Region 20 championships, looking to make it 14. The College of Southern Maryland Hawks have been on a hot streak of late. They have won 7 straight themselves, including a dominating 4-2 win over Frederick in the semifinals. Those 2 goals came at the very end when they had already pulled all the starters out, so it was a little bit more lopsided than the score would lead to believe. And certainly a dynamic Southern Maryland team that is capable of hanging with these Knights. It will be Essex in their home whites, going left to right on this first half. Southern Maryland in their blacks, going from right to left. And we are underway for the championship. First ball in. Sotelo trying to chase it down, but that is goalkeeper Baptiste Berthazet, the freshman goalkeeper out of Marseille, France, picking the ball up. Berthazet in 14 games, a 1.54 goals allowed average, and an 80% save percentage. Picked up by Kindle, Bailey Kindle, the sophomore midfielder. Freshman midfielder. And that was an early shot by Noman Sampson as he hit that well over the crossbar. But if there is anybody to keep an eye on for the Southern Maryland Hawks today, it is Sampson. He scored a hat trick in that semifinal game on Thursday. 18 goals now. He's tied for 6th in the NJCA Division II for most goals scored in the season with 18. Only problem is ahead of them are a couple of the players on the opposite side of the field, as Cesar Rubio Amayo and Zach Eichelberger tied for 2nd in the country with 21 goals each. Noel Sotelo up there in the leaderboard as well with 14, as this is Eichelberger going forward, crosses it behind Angel Chavez, and it will go out for a Southern Maryland throw-in. You see Eichelberger standing all of 5 feet tall, but man, does he have dynamic athleticism. blazing fast speed, skills galore, and certainly a player to watch as well. In addition to the hard-working Sotelo, number 17 for the Knights. He plays the center forward role right now, and Chavez is the left forward, number 10. Foul against the Hawks. Starting in center back today, aside the rock-steady Caleb Marchani, is Alexander Hafer. We saw Erico Chang get the start yesterday. It is going to be Hafer getting the start at center back with Noel Murdaugh as the right back. It will be Chavez and Jimeno behind the ball. Chavez to take the shot, and that's going to go well wide of the net. Never really testing Bertha's at. In goal for the Knights, it is Colton Bagnall-Trout. The 6'1 goalkeeper out of Towson, Maryland, went to Concordia Prep as the freshman in 15 games, a 1.44 goals allowed average, 67% save percentage. Foul against the Knights. But it is the big three of the Hawks to watch out for. We mentioned Sampson, as he has just blazing speed and a lethal finish. Number 7, Elias Elfasuki, he's the one that really is the distributor, but also scores a good amount of goals himself, as this one's put into the box, headed out by Hafer. Hosoi to Chavez. They're going to switch the field. Eichelberger's first touch is back to Nagami. Trying to return it to Eichelberger, and look at him turn on the afterburners. My goodness, he has speed to burn. And it's going to be just not enough as it's out for a Southern Maryland throw-in. Manuel Andrew Jimeno, a player that we did not see play on Thursday for the Knights, gets the start today. The sophomore midfielder out of Spain, as Essex has plenty of international flavor on this team. 5 players from Japan. You've got Puerto Rico, Kenya, the Philippines, and as I mentioned, Spain, all represented on this team, as well as Trinidad. As Essex continues to be an incredible source of recruiting on the international level. Played long by Bilal Drioche, the holding midfielder, standing at 6'3" tall, out of Morocco. Some internationals for Southern Maryland as well. A few from Morocco in particular. That one's played towards Sampson, and it's going to be picked up by Drought. Noman Sampson out of Boot, Cameroon, has turned into one of the best forwards in this region this year. And you will continue to see the Hawks try to feed him, and as I was mentioned before, it is going to be number 7, Elias Elfasuki, as well as number 11, Bryce Wilcher, really being the ones to try to distribute to their star forward. Sampson called for the foul. The Hawks under coach Amin El-Hachimi. Been quite some time since we've seen this program in a regional championship game. This being their best season that they've had in a while, but man, are they talented across the board. Marchani puts it toward the top of the box, and Berthazat will call it and snag it away. Hits an early one, looking for Sampson. As I mentioned, that's going to be the game plan all day long, is just try to distribute to Sampson. Sampson went to ground, no call. Play will continue. Elfasuki looking for Kindle on the run, and it's going to be Drought who comes in and takes out Kindle on the way to getting low and grabbing the ball away. Hafer finds Nagami. Nagami under double pressure, trying to get around, pulls down a player, then gets pushed down by Drioche, and the foul will be called against Drioche. Murdaugh will reset play by switching the field to Hoya. Hosoi, the attacking midfielder out of Japan. Trioche able to dispossess him. Back heel flick by Samson. Alfasuki sets Samson free. Samson is in on goal. Samson with the left-footed shot is going to be saved by Drought. It was hit right at him, and he went to ground to be able to knock it away. But we see the dynamic play of Samson coming through. Now it's going to be the Knights going back the other way. Chavez, he's going to try a long shot, and that is going to be well wide for a goal kick. These two teams met back on August 22nd, early in the season. In fact, it was the season opener for the Knights in a game that they won 5-2. Mentioned before, the Hawks against nearly any other team looking as dominant as can be, but it is a tall task to go up against these Knights, who have been in the Final Four of the Region 20 tournament 3 years in a row. Now this one is going to Wiltshire. Wiltshire is in, shot, saved by Drought. A great through ball again by the Hawks. This time putting Wiltshire through, and again a sliding save by Colton Drought, able to keep it out of his net. Brady coming all the way from his defensive line, takes the ball away, still trying to fight through it. Cleared out by Hafer. Rayleigh to Kindle. Kindle going down the sideline. Tries to split up for Samson. And it's going to be out for an Essex throw-in. Samson pleading that he got clipped by Murdaugh on the way. Hosoi able to fight off one defender. Trying to get through another. Alfasuki taken down. It's going to be a foul against the Knights. The winner of this game will not only be the Region 20 champion, but also the East District champion, meaning that they will go straight to Tucson, Arizona for the national tournament. So much on the line here on this field today. For the Knights, it would be just another appearance for them, but for the Hawks, it would mean a historic feat. And it's going to be deflected out by the Hawks for a goal kick. Entering the game for the Knights, number 33, Yutaro Aikawa. So Aikawa will come in, as it will be Angel Chavez who comes out with a formation change as well, as Aikawa goes into a holding midfield role, pushing up Jimeno into a more of a forward role. Played wide, looking for Eichelberger. He's able to keep it in. Rayleigh giving way, not trying to go too close to Eichelberger in fear of being burned. And that's going to be deflected out. It's going to be out for a goal kick, as it was not touched by Joseph Witten. Southern Maryland getting hot at the right time. 7 straight wins, and they've won 10 of their last 11. Their only loss in their last 11 games came to Hartford. Every other game there, it has been won. Most of those against regional opponents. They lost their first 3 games in a row against Harcum, Essex, and Frederick. But since then, just 1 loss the rest of the season. They did have a couple of ties mixed in there, but have found their stride to be sure and deserve to be here. Now Sotelo gets through. Sotelo gets taken down from behind. The referee stops the clock, and this will surely be a penalty kick. Noel Sotelo got through, and the Hawks defense had no choice but to try to challenge him, and in doing so, A penalty kick is given. It will be Zach Eichelberger who has the ball in his hands and will be putting the ball on the spot. Eichelberger, like I said, at 22 goals this season. And he hits it, no doubt about it. Bottom right corner, make it 22 for Eichelberger. And the Knights take the 1-0 lead. Knights goal scored by number 7, Zach Eichelberger. And now an injured player for the Knights on the ground, as Chavez will go back in. It is Sotelo who is going to be limping off, the man who just earned the penalty kick to give the Knights the lead, and he will be helped off by teammates. Entering the game for the Knights, number 10, Angel Chavez. And the head coach, the assistant coach gets the yellow card. Yellow card assessed to the College of Southern Maryland bench. Eichelberger up to third in the NJCA Division II with 22 goals. Trioche plays it forward for Sampson. And Eichelberger will just let that run out for a throw-in. Played forward, looking for Eichelberger, and not even he's able to catch up to that one. In that first meeting between these two teams, Eichelberger scored 2 goals, so certainly no stranger to scoring against these Southern Maryland Hawks. The Knights went up 4-0 early in that game before the Hawks were able to pull 2 back in the second half. But again, that happened all the way back in late August. A lot can change in 2 months. Sampson, strong header towards the middle, trying to switch the field. Witten, able to play it through, looking for Kindle, Murdaugh. And that's going to go off of a Hawk, and Eichelberger turns it up quickly. Switches the field as Nogami, looking for Hosoi. Able to work it in towards the middle. Good tackle by Rye, as he's able to get around Hosoi to take the ball away. Rye, this time will just boot it long up the field, and Marchani, no doubt about that, as he's able to head it away. Gimeno. Eichelberger, what a ball into Chavez, but Berthazat well off his line, read that one. A great touch in by Eichelberger. Witten going forward, looking for Sampson, but Hafer all over him. Now Hosoi back the other way, trying to chip it over the top. Nogami has it slide tackle away by Rayleigh. Rayleigh now is going to try a long ball, looking to see if they can unleash Sampson, but just too much on that one, and Sampson will let it go. Once again, you can tell what this Hawks strategy is going to be, is just go over the top and try to find Sampson over and over again, and see if he can get behind these Knights. At some point, though, they need to get number 7, Elfasuki, involved in the play. He is the playmaker that to make things happen. Haven't seen the ball in his foot nearly enough. Wasn't his foot, but there's Elfasuki's head who's able to get forward. Now there he is, winning the ball away to Wilcher. Rye chips it over the top, and Marchani just knocks it out. Knights will hit it upfield as Chavez will give chase, but easily collected by Tobias Lane. Berthazat boots it forward, but to no man's land, only Knights in the area. Hawks contest the second ball, and it's going to be Kindle who's going to get it forward. Marchani is there. Have to imagine the Knights won't give Sampson an inch of space. Murdaugh able to shrug off Drioche. Going forward with it are the Knights. Hosoi cuts inside. He's going to lay it off for Nogami. He's going to try a shot and had his weight way too far back. Couldn't get through the ball well, and it's going to be wide. Entering the game for the Knights, number 9, Cesar Rubio Amaya. What a luxury for the Knights to have a 21-goal scorer coming off the bench as Cesar Rubio Amaya comes into the game for his first appearance of the day. Long ball forward as Kindle will get to it first. He'll hit it towards Sampson. Drioche to Witten. He's got Wilcher wide. Instead he goes to the middle, and I imagine he was looking for Elfasuki on that play. There is Elfasuki on the ball. Turns towards the outside. Good ball in, but Wilcher can't get a touch on it to settle it down. Rye trying to fight off Chavez, and Chavez harassed him just enough to force the ball out of play. The Knights trying to switch the field. Kindle pokes it out. This is Murdaugh, another player we didn't see in the the semifinal game on Thursday, getting the start today. Nogami to Jimeno, looking for the run of Amaya, and again, just a little bit too close. Berthazat does a great job once again of coming off his line. Elfasuki shrugged off by Aikawa. Elfasuki trying to follow it up. Briefly kept the ball in, but now it will be out for a Knights throw-in, and they will settle things down and get some control of this game. Amaya hits it towards the corner. There goes Eichelberger. Keeps it in. And Lane this time makes for sure that it goes out. Thrown towards the box. Eichelberger to Nogami, into the box. And it's going to be cleared out by Rye. Hoya. Not sure if that was a cross or a shot, but nonetheless, it was never going to be a problem for the Hawks. We are told that it's going to approach record highs for the date today. Low 80s here in Columbia in late October. But certainly weather that these players are familiar with playing, as it was pretty much right this weather when they started this season. Alfasuki gets to Sampson, and this time Marchani called for the foul as he spun Sampson around. Now both teams have gotten warnings for kicking the ball away and delay a game. Can't imagine the referee will give too many more warnings before starting to go into his book. Alfasuki with his left foot tries to curl to the corner of the box, knocked out. Alfasuki dribbling through into the box. Now he's going to put in a low cross. It's going to fall to Kindle. He flips the ball into the air. Sampson undercuts. I believe that was Hoya who went down the play. And the foul is called against Sampson. Drought to take the free kick. Amaya, flick on header. It's going to fall to Eichelberger. He'll turn with the ball now. Eichelberger into the box. Berthazat off his line once again, snags it away. He was looking to kick it out quickly, and Sampson, not sure if he was asking for the ball or if he was telling this goalkeeper to slow it down this time. But nonetheless, that is what Berthazat does, is to let his team move up the field a little bit. Berthazat. Long ball forward. Aikawa to Jimeno. Chavez on the far side taking on Rye. And Rye takes him down. A tough slide tackle, and a foul is called. And we will see that matchup over and over again as Chavez continues to take on Rye one-on-one when given the opportunity. From just outside the edge of the box, chipped in. Header, oh man, that was not far off. Hoya rose up above everyone, got a flick on header, just couldn't quite hit it towards goal enough as it went wide. Entering in the game for the night, number 20, Futaro Hosoi, and number 17, Noel Sotelo. So, a couple of starters return to the game as Hosoi and Sotelo come back in with Rubio Maya and Jimeno coming out. Nogami to Hosoi. Curls the ball looking to the back post as Chavez started to make his run, just too close to the goalkeeper once more. Berthazat taking his time, and not sure why he would want to waste time when his team is down 1-0. Rayleigh able to get around Eichelberger. Sampson, and there is Eichelberger able to go for the back check all the way back to get the ball. Nogami. Brady taken down on the play, and the foul will be called. Berthazat will run all the way up, take it quickly, looking for Wiltshire. And headed out by Hoya. Can already sense some testiness going on between the two teams out on the field. Little late shoves here and there that will certainly not go completely unnoticed by the refereeing staff. Bertha's at with the ball. Brady tries to go long, and it's just going to fall to Hoya. Sotelo. Nogami. Brady jumps up to take it away. He'll try to play it quickly. Sampson running onto it. Gets a touch around Marchani. Keeps it in. From the far side corner, Sampson will cross it in. Looking for Alfasuki, but it's going to be kicked out by Hafer just in time. Hawks still on the attack. Alfasuki finds Wilcher on the outside of the box. Chested down by Kawa and cleared out by the Knights. Shove in the back by Chavez, and surely that's going to be a foul. And now Chavez is going to get the yellow card on that, as that one had enough venomous in to warrant the yellow. Entering the game for the Knights, number 10, Angel Chavez. .19:35 left in the first half. Hawks still trailing 1-0 to the Knights after the penalty kick goal by Zach Eichelberger. Berthazat will put the ball back in play. A long kick with some backspin. Drops down right at the edge of the box. And it will be played out for a Hawks throw-in. Sampson trying to turn on the ball, gets pulled to the ground. No call by the referee once more as Sampson continues to try to get some fouls called. And that is going to be the second card of the game as an elbow by Bilal Drioche took out Nogami. Assessed to Southern Maryland, number 6, Bilal Drioche. Entering the game for the Knights, number 8, Manuel Jimeno. So the second yellow card of the game, one for each team now. Ball put back in play as Manuel Jimeno will come back in as Taki Nogami heads to the bench. Headed straight up by Kawa. Hafer with the follow-up. Kendall on the near sideline. And ball will be hit out by the Knights. It's going to be a Hawks throw-in. Alfasuki. Played out once again by Murdaugh. Throw in short towards the corner. But the Knights get possession. They're just going to hit it out. Sotelo trying to get onto it. It's going to be deflected off of Sotelo by Brady. And the Hawks get possession. Alfasuki. Good couple touches to keep possession. Kendall taken down by Murdaugh, and I believe that's going to be a foul called. Yes, it is, as the referee says to put it on the ground. And here comes Elias Alfasuki with the chance to distribute the ball into the box. Alfasuki. High curling ball, and a foul is immediately called against the Hawks. And the referee will pull the players aside and have a talk. Drioche, who's already on a yellow, is part of the conversation. Jimeno of the Knights is the other one. And the referee is going to say that the discussion was before the ball was kicked, and he's going to give it back to Alfasuki to give him another try at it. Alfasuki tries a lower one this time. Kindle gets a touch, and a foul is called. The referee is pointing to the spot. A yellow card will go to, and a red card. Oh my goodness, it's going to be a second yellow for Drioche, and he gets sent off the field. The referees will have a conversation about it, but a second yellow card was given, and Drioche gets the red, and a devastating call against the Hawks. So Drioche, and now the yellow card has gone to the head coach as the cards continue to fly in this tense matchup. Red card assessed to the College of Southern Maryland, number 6, Delal Drioche. A yellow card has been given to the College of Southern Maryland head coach. So we continue to have a delay in the game as the ejected player will be escorted off the field as per NJCAA rules. And certainly a decision that will have massive ramifications for this game for a Hawks team that is already trailing 1-0. The delay continues as the ejected player is escorted out, and the referees will not allow the game to continue until he is off the field. Looked like there was some jockeying for position in that box. Wasn't sure if it was going to either be a penalty kick. At first, that's what I thought it was, as we saw players go down, but the referee deemed that the extra foul went against was the Hawks player, and he signaled towards here that he would kicked a man while the ball was up in the air, and that is why the second yellow was given. Play will now finally resume as the Hawks now down a goal, also down a man, playing with 10 men for the rest of the game. See if the Knights can take advantage. Hosoi plays it off of lane, and it's going to be out for a Knights throw-in. Crossed into the box. Handled down by Jimeno. Hosoi, he'll try a shot on the one touch, and it's going to go over the net for a goal kick. Berthazat to take the goal kick. How will the two teams respond? If you're the Knights, you can't just take it for granted as Sampson gives a late shove into the back of Hosoi. Hosoi back in the play. Now he's going to try a long shot. It's going to fall into the path of Sotelo, and his shot goes just wide of the net. The Knights nearly doubled up their lead. Entering the game for the Knights, number 6, Taki Nogami, and number 9, Cesar Rubio Amaya. So Chavez and Eichelberger, two of the dynamic wing playmakers for the Knights, both come out as Nogami and Amaya will replace them. Amaya goes immediately to the number 9 role with Sotelo going wide right and Hosoi to wide left. Sotelo gets possession, finds Aikawa. Tries to play it wide. Stolen away by Rye. Now he's going to go for it on the 1-2 ball. Plays it towards Wilcher, and the ball was just behind him. You see Sampson, who's playing back in a midfield role, is looking for him in the box, and he had pulled way back on the play. Sotelo gets around Rayleigh once. Now he's going to try again. Cross into the box. Falls to Amaya. His shot is going to be saved by Berthazat as he is able to pick up the rebound. Good work by Amaya. Just couldn't quite get enough on it to get it by Berthazat. Hosoi tripped up on the play, but the cross was off, and the referee says no foul. Keep playing. Looks like the Hawks have indeed done a change to have Sampson play more of a midfield role after the red card to Drioche. Wilcher now is the lone man up top, but have to wonder how long the Hawks can sustain that. Down a goal and your best goal scorer is nowhere near the front line. Murdaugh goes wide for Sotelo and goes right between his legs. Towards Wilcher, but too many Knights there, as we will likely see for the rest of the game, as they have the numerical superiority in the game. They already have the ability to make it seem like they have more players on the field than you do, even when it's 11 on 11. Nogami chips into the box. Too easy for Berthazat there. Berthazat taking his time trying to direct traffic. And he will roll it to Brady. Brady doesn't have anywhere wide to go, then he's forced to just hit it up the middle of the field, as Rayleigh wasn't there as a wide outlet for him in that left back spot. Sotelo gives that away, and it's just going to be hit long. Wilcher trying to hold up play, but it's given away once again. Murdaugh with time. Switches the field to Hoya, who's going to have even more time. Nobody on that side of the field for the Hawks. Hoya just taking a leisurely stroll up the field. Now some traffic there as we have another Knights player down. Ball is now out of play, and it will be a throw-in for the Hawks. So the referee will stop the clock and check on the injured player. I believe that is Hoya on the ground. It is indeed. One of two captains for this team. Marchani wearing the other captain's armband. With just under 10 minutes to play. Have to give the Hawks credit. They have responded well after the red card, continuing to move forward, trying to see if they can find the equalizer, but it is just a tough task, even with 11 men on the field against these Knights, much less with 10. Berthazet gives a long boot forward. Marchani heads it forward, finds Jimeno. Murdaugh, time to pick up his head and look upfield. Oh, a slide tackle in. Both players injured on the play. Played into the box as Jimeno's still down. Now he's going to try to get up and keep playing. Jimeno to Nogami. Wilcher gets a touch on it for Kindle. They try to get forward, but Murdaugh able to shield him off. Rayleigh slides down to hit it away. Kindle to Elfasuki. He's going to pick his head up. He's going to try to find Wilcher. And Wilcher is a good player to be sure, but he's certainly no Samson. Wilcher, the type of player that's going to check back for the ball and try to keep possession, as opposed to Samson, who's going to try to run past and around the defensive players, get behind them. And it's out for a goal kick. Berthazet still taking his time. Now he's going to go short to Lane. Lane hits it towards the corner and slices that one out of play. Akawa to Murdaugh. Sotelo gets around his man, crosses in early, tries to find a Maya, and cut out by a few Hawks working together. Sotelo taking on Rayleigh again. Those two continue to battle on the near side. Hosoi tries an audacious attempt at a volley from the outside of the box. Couldn't quite get the contact. Murdaugh going forward, slide tackles into Rayleigh. Correction, that was Kindle. Hoya. Hoya gets around. He's going to go for the low cross, and it's going to be sliced under by Brady and out for a corner kick. And the referee will again stop the clock. And we have an injury. We'll take an injury timeout. So it is Jose Hoya who is injured on the play, and he has come out now on the far side of the field, still down, as it's going to be a corner kick for the Knights. Murdoch gets his head on it, but it's going to be deflected away and out for a Knights throw-in. Entering the game for the Knights, number 10, Angel Chavez, and number 7, Zach Eichelberger. So Chavez and Eichelberger will go back into their respective flanks with Sotelo and Osoi coming out for them. Headed into the box. Amaya gets a touch on it, and clearance is finished. And it's going to take a deflection out. Hawks throw in. Elfasuki gets a touch. Hafer, a little slow to get rid of the ball, now trying to fight through, and he's able to get it back under pressure from the Hawks. Murdaugh has moved over to the left back now. Chavez switches the field to Eichelberger. Eichelberger trying to get around his man, but a good defensive play by Rayleigh. Nogami gives that one away, but it's going to fall to Jimeno. Nogami gets a second chance. He'll go back to Hafer. Hafer chips it low, looking for Amaya. He looks to flick it around to himself. Amaya with the shot. Goal! Cesar Rubio Amaya. What a beautiful play in. A good cross in by Hafer. And the Knights take the 2-0 advantage. Knights goal scored by number 9, Cesar Rubio Amaya. Assisted by number 1, Alexander Hafer. Entering in the game for the Knights, number 27, Luke Wise. So Hafer's reward for getting the assist is to get a bit of a rest on the bench. He'll get some well-earned high fives from his coaching staff and team, picking up the assist on that goal. And the Knights ahead 2-0. Rubio Amaya, he goes up to 22 goals in the year. It seems to be a contest between him and Eichelberger. Anytime one scores, the other one has to, just to keep pace. Entering in the game for the Knights, number 4, John DeJesus. DeJesus will go in as Nogami will head back to the bench. Going forward is DeJesus. Just came into the game with some fresh legs. Eichelberger into the box, gets taken down. Now the question is he in or outside of the box? The referee will point just outside as Eichelberger got around his defender too easily and tackle to prevent him from going back in. And the shot, is it going to count? Goal is scored! The Knights catch the Hawks off guard. The referee had not signaled that they had to wait for the whistle because they didn't ask for 10 yards and just kicked it past the Hawks team that was not aware of what was going on. By the time they realized that the ball was already in the back of the net. Knights goal scored by number 8, Manuel Andrew Jimeno. For Jimeno, his first goal of the season. Played in 17 games, taking just 6 shots, and today in the regional championship game gets his first goal of the season. What a moment for him, as the Knights were offsides on that play. I have to say, this game was relatively even, maybe favored slightly for the Knights before the red card to the Hawks. And since then, the Knights have just completely controlled and dominated this game. Played forward. Sampson taken down on the play. Foul called against Ocheng. Sampson screaming out in pain as he is saying that he got caught high on the ankle. Sampson able to get up and will continue on. It will be Tobias Lane to take this free kick. Typically we see Elfasuki to take these, but Lane will get a chance. Lane chips it high towards the goal. Drought able to get under it and catches it cleanly. With a minute and a half left in the first half. Drought finds De Jesus, flicks it forward to Eichelberger. Wise to Jimeno. Eichelberger plays it back to Wise again. The Knights work in the triangle now. 1-2 ball now. Eichelberger has room in the corner. He'll turn towards goal. Heavy touch there, and it's going to be played out by Brady for a corner kick with just 44 seconds left. Hit towards the back post. Bertha's at a strong punch out. Falls to Chavez. Chavez turns inside. Now turns outside. Tries a shot that's going to be blocked away. Straight up into the air. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. At the end of the first half, CCBC Essex 3. College of Southern Maryland 0. So that will do it for us in the first half. The Knights take a 3-0 lead on goals by Eichelberger, Rubio Maya, and Jimeno. We will take a halftime intermission. We'll be back for the second half of this Region 20 championship game after this. 45 minutes to go left here in Columbia, Maryland. We've had a week of great soccer matches here, and just one more half to go as the Region 20 Division II Championship on the men's side will be decided here shortly. The CCBC Essex Knights, the number 1 seed, the number 5 nationally ranked team, coming with a 16-2 record. They lead 3-0 as the Hawks are called for the foul. Once again, playing with 10 men for the rest of this game after the 2 yellows were given to Bilal Drioche in the first half. Headed towards the corner as the Hawks, wearing their black uniforms, going from left to right in the second half. Knights in all white going from right to left. Sotelo to Chavez. And cleared out. Taking a look at the first half stats. CCBC Essex with 10 shots, 4 on goal, 3 of which were put in. As that's going to go off the back of the Hawks, but it will stay on the sideline for a throw-in. The Hawks with 3 shots, 2 of them were on goal, but no ball touching the back of the net, as that one's going to be headed on by Sotelo, but picked up by Berthazat, the goalkeeper of the Hawks. The Hawks called for 9 fouls in the first half. Essex called for 7. Just 2 corners in the first half, both of which went towards the Knights. Only 1 offsides in the first half, and that was called against the Knights. This is Elfasuki, gets bumped off the ball and called for a foul. It will be Elias Elfasuki to place the ball down, using his left foot here. Goes towards the back post. Trying to find Sampson. Sampson does head it straight up into the air. Towards the middle of the box. Is going to fall into the path of Ethan Kumbar, who came into the game to start the second half, but goes out wide for a goal kick. And the clock will be stopped. As it was deemed to be time wasting with the Essex goalkeeper running all the way to the back fence to get the ball, even though the ball runner had so the referee will put some time back on the clock, and we will continue as the Knights will play it out of their back end. This is Murdaugh in the left back position. Goes central to Nagami. Aikawa. Back to Nagami. Back to Aikawa. Long pass forward. Chavez tripped up, and it's going to be a foul against the Hawks. Berthazat punts it long. Trying to go quickly, headed away by Marchani. Chavez has time to turn and look. Goes central to Nagami. Jimeno. Back to Nagami at the edge of the box. He's going to curl it. Oh my goodness, what a play. Taki Nagami with a one-touch shot into the top right corner of the box. Assisted by Manuel Andrew Jimeno, and the Knights take a 4-0 lead. Knights goal scored by number 6, Tachi Nagami. Assisted by number 8, Manuel Andrew Jimeno. Entering the game for the Hawks, number 3, Bailey Kindle. A great give and go by the Knights right through the middle of the park, taking advantage of the extra space. Essex now ahead 4-0. For Nagami, it is his 5th goal of the season. Jimeno picks up his first assist of the season. I'll tell you what, Manuel Andrew Jimeno came into the game playing in 17 games, no points on the whole season, now has a goal and an assist in this game. The Knights, not content, will continue to move forward with the ball. Eichelberger flicks it on, and it's going to be taken by Kendall. Murdaugh tries to get through the middle. His attempted shot is going to whiff as the ball was taken off his foot under the weight of the Hawks defense. Eichelberger from the corner, one-time cross. That's going to be headed away by the Hawks. Jimeno. Akawa. In the corner to Chavez. He's going to put a lot of height under this one. All the way to the back post. Eichelberger heads it back. Finds Jimeno. And now the Knights content with just keeping a lot of possession. Hawks haven't touched the ball in 3 minutes. Murdaugh goes forward with it. Now he's going to go for the back post, looking for Eichelberger, who tried to kick it mid-air with his foot way up and just couldn't quite get a touch on that one. Didn't miss it by much. Played into the corner by Rai, looking for El Fasuki. Jimeno picks it up after the header. Sotelo tries to drive it low. It's going to be out, and it's going to be a corner kick for the Knights. Played towards the back post. Marchani is there. He's going to head it back towards the middle. And cleared out by Rai. Into the box goes Eichelberger. He's going to take a shot off of the post. Eichelberger hits the inside of the post. It bounced straight back towards the middle. And somehow that was not able to go in. Entering the game for the Knights, number 20, Futaro Hosoi. Hosoi comes back in as Jimeno goes to the bench. All smiles on that Essex sideline. See a number of Essex players warming up right now, as that one's going to be a shot. Hosoi stung that one from behind the ball, but a good save by Berthazat. Murdaugh throws it in towards Nogami. Given away, Aikawa. Hosoi from the edge of the box. He's going to try another shot. That one's going to be blocked away. Hafer. Aikawa. Switches the field. Murdaugh puts it towards the top of the box. Sotelo tries to get onto it. Hosoi will shield his man off. Plays it towards Eichelberger. And that's going to be deflected out. And now it's out for throw-in. Entering the game for the Knights, number 27, Luke Wise. Luke Wise, the 6'2" freshman defender out of Baltimore, Maryland, will head into the game as Alexander Hafer, the freshman out of Towson High School, gives way. Akawa through the middle of the park, one-touch passing, a clinic for the Knights right now as they're just moving the ball around with ease. Murdaugh, give and go, now Murdaugh into the box. Sotelo flicks it to himself, he's going to try a shot and it's going to go over the post and out for a goal kick. Elfasuki heads it sideways, able to keep it on, and Murdaugh kicks it right at the scores table here. Startled the staff here up here in the booth, but everybody seems to be okay. Throw-in will fall all the way to Ochang. And here come the Knights once more. Wise plays it long. Kicked out by Rayleigh. So for as much excitement that we had in our first championship game, with all the dramatics of the late equalizer and then the last second goal in overtime for the Knights women to take the regional championship game, barring a reversal of fortune here for the Hawks, it appears like this game is going to have significantly less drama going on. Hawks certainly are not giving up as they continue to move forward. Elfasuki's looking for Sampson, trying to find a way to get it to his talisman forward. And the clock will be stopped as we have an injury on the backside of the play. It is defensive backfielder CJ Brady, who looks like he is cramping. We will take an injury timeout. Play will continue as CJ Brady hops off the field on his own power, but gave the international sign of needing to be subbed out, and clearly that cramp is affecting him quite heavily. Knights get back to where they were with possessing the ball, moving it around side to side. Sampson plays it back to Elfasuki. The Hawks split their two men wide. Wiltshire going on the near side. Marchani too strong, and Wiltshire called for the foul and pulling his man back. The Knights have won 11 straight Region 20 championships between Division I and Division II, as they appear well poised to make it a dozen. And yet another dominating performance for this team that has been the class of the region for quite some time now. Slide tackle in by Rye, and it's going to be a corner kick for the Knights. Hit towards the back post and too far for anybody to get it, and out for a goal kick. Played towards the wide side, Eichelberger. These Knights have certainly made some noise at the national tournament, just as not as much as they would have wanted to. The 2020 season, they lost in the championship game in overtime against Southeastern Community College. In the 2021 season, they took it all the way to the championship game once more, this time losing in penalty kicks. And in the 2022 season, lost in the semifinals to Morton College 2-1, as that long shot by Luke Wise is going to be saved by Berthazat. So the Knights back-to-back runner-up finishes, 3 straight national semifinal appearances, as the Knights try to break the curse of not being able to win the big one, as they appear to get one more chance at it. Berthazat moving way forward. The goal is wide open. Chavez is going to play it forward. Sotelo takes a shot into the empty net. Saved by Ethan Kumbar, who had gotten back to cover for his goalkeeper. Given away by the Hawks. Sampson, he's off. It's going to be a 2-on-2 breakaway, and Sampson, just a heavy touch, gives that away. Hasn't had many chances going forward. Certainly would have appreciated a few more touches on the ball. Eichelberger getting around into the box. Slides it back. Sotelo with the shot, saved by Berthazat. Eichelberger continues to be a menace on that far sideline. Just seems like he can dribble around any man that's guarding him at any time he wants. Thrown in quickly by the Hawks. Elfasuki trying to shield off his man. Now works towards the middle. Slide tackle in. Aikawa. Elfasuki stays on his feet. Goes for the long shot, and it's going to go over the net for a goal kick. Just the 5th shot of the game for Southern Maryland. The 2nd in this half. Sampson taken down on the play, and a foul will be called against Wise. Hawks will restart while Sampson's still on the ground recovering from the injury, or excuse me, from the foul, I should say. Akawa. Nogami. Hosoi mishits that one as he puts it over the Chavez. Berthazat again coming way out of his goal, wanting to get some touches on the ball himself. Murdaugh to Chavez. Murdaugh comes through it again, trying to get through Rye. Paddle between the two players in the corner, and the foul will be called against Rye. Quickly to Chavez. Nogami from the edge of the box, and that one's going to go just wide. As the Knights continue to swarm these Hawks. Alfasuki trying to dribble through the middle of the park. Still going through, but Ocheng able to get there to take it away. Wide to Eichelberger. As he'll turn and look at Rayleigh once more. 1-2 ball. Excuse me. Hosoi doesn't return it to Eichelberger. It's going to be Aikawa instead. Aikawa's going to try a long shot. One hop into the chest of Berthazat. Long ball going for Wiltshire. He's going to take on Marchani one-on-one. Wiltshire is into the box. Pulled back on the play, and he's just going to shoot it wide. And you can tell that the Hawks coaching staff thought that a penalty kick should have been given on the pullback. Entering the game for the Knights, number 9, Cesar Rubio Maya. So Rubio Maya will go back in the game as the referee will pull out the red card, and the assistant coach of the Hawks will be sent off the field. Play will continue as the assistant coach of the Hawks has been given a straight red card for dissent. Foul called against the Hawks as they will have to retreat back. Foul against the Knights as the Hawks move forward. This is going to be Tobias Lane standing over the ball. Lane chips it towards the penalty spot. A couple players going up for it from each team. It's going to be deflected out by Marchani, and the Hawks get a corner kick out of it. I was half expecting Berthazat to run up there and be a part of it, as we've seen him put in some Maverick-style play out of the goalkeeping spot. It will be Elfasuki to take the corner kick on the far side. Hits it far, way over everyone. I think that was too tall for Shaq, as nobody on the Hawks were able to get ahead on that. And it's going to be out for a Southern Maryland throw-in. Across the field it goes. Luke Wise picks his head up, plays short to Eichelberger. He'll get a touch on it to Amaya. Return back to Eichelberger, one-on-one against Lane. Eichelberger into the box. Lane goes to ground to get a touch on it. Falls to Hosoi. Sotelo tries to return it to Eichelberger, and he's trying to claim he was pushed down. I think the referee has called enough against the Hawks, as perhaps a bit of a mercy call there. Akawa goes towards the back post. Headed on by Sotelo, and it's just going to go wide. And the referee from the middle will get assistance from his sideline referee to say that it should just be a goal kick. It was not touched out by the Hawks. Aikawa. Wide to Eichelberger. De Jesus. Comes back to the near side for Hosoi. He's going to take his man on one-on-one. Tries for the curling shot, and that's going to go just wide. Foul called against Murdaugh. Berthazat to take the free kick. Goes towards the far corner. Finds Sampson on the play. Sampson looks to take on Wise. One-on-one. Low cross in. Ochang intercepts. He'll clear it out quickly. Finds the foot of Sotelo. Hit back in by the Hawks, but now the Knights will be able to control. Hosoi. Aikawa. Turns central, then turns outside. Shrugs off the pole. Sotelo was wide open going through the middle of the park, but a good job by Lane to recover and slide tackle the ball away. Going back the other way, Elfasuki chips it forward. Wiltshire is on, and nope, never mind. He is offsides. I thought Wiltshire was onside, but the flag was up on the play. So Knights do just enough to work the offside trap. Marchani boots it towards the other side of the field. Headed on by Amaya. Sotelo was offsides. So the assistant referees getting involved in the action as flags raised on either side of the field. Berthazat take the kick. Falls to Witten. De Jesus pulls the ball away. Amaya, great job of making a lateral run to stay on side. And he will pull down Lane. A foul will be called against Amaya. Rye looking for the run of Sampson. Beautiful ball in. Sampson has to go away from goal. He'll be in the corner. Alfasuki wants to get onto his left foot here. 1-2 ball. Alfasuki will get on his left. He'll try a shot, and it will not be hit cleanly, going well wide of the net. Entering the game for the Knights, number 14, Arya Sathara, and number 13, Teta Kajicho. 16 and a half minutes left in this championship game. It has been all Knights. Murdaugh shielding off Wiltshire. Murdaugh continuing his run forward. Low cross in. Almost falls to Amaya. Cleared out by the Hawks. Sampson. Win to throw in for the Hawks. Alfasuki trying to get around Aikawa, and a foul is called against Alfasuki. Murdaugh scampering forward. Goes wide to Sathara. Sathara, his shot, saved by Berthazat. Sathara had gotten through the middle, and it was parried away by the Southern Maryland goalkeeper. Corner kick for the Knights. Amaya tries a diving header forward. He's going to try a shot now with his foot this time. Goes wide, but it's going to be deflected out for another Knights corner kick. Murdaugh held to the near side to take the curler. Marchani finds Ocheng. Sathara. De Jesus, left-footed shot, blocked down. Murdaugh picks up the rebound, tries to return it to De Jesus. Sampson gets to it and gets fouled on the play. Berthazat taking his time to put the ball back into play. Wise takes down Sampson. Play will continue. Ocheng looking to switch the field. Marchani to Aikawa. Hosoi looking for Kajicha, and that will be picked up by Berthazat. Berthazat will get another chance at it. Played forward for Maya. Players down there, but the referee will just call a throw-in instead. Essex from their own defensive line. Moving forward, Hosoi. Kajicho is wide. Hosoi has so much room in front of him. He is going to return it to Hosoi. Into the box he goes, but it's going to be cleared out by Kimber. Entering the game for the Knights, number 16, Andre Province, and number 3, Eric Castillo. Now in goal for the Knights, number 40, David Fillart. So the Knights switch up goalkeepers. David Fillart will go into the game to replace Colton Bagnall-Drought, who has done his service. Fillart has played in 6 games, starting 2 of them, a .53 goals allowed average and a 78% save percentage. 3-0 on the season as a goalkeeper with 1 shutout. We're at 9 minutes remaining, as it's just a matter of the clock ticking down now. The result hasn't really been in question for quite some time now, as the first half red card to Southern Maryland really just took the wind out of this game. I think for most neutrals, they would have loved to see what would have happened in this game if it had been 11 versus 11 the entire time. Berthazat in no rush to put the ball back in play, as perhaps he feels like he's seen enough action in this game already. Wilcher turns to Alfasuki. Wide to Sampson. His cross gets deflected straight up into the air by Provence, who just came into the game for the Knights. And that's going to be poked out of bounds for a Hawks corner kick. It looks like it will be a day for the Knights, as the women were able to clinch their championship, the men well on their way to do so as well. CCBC Essex continues to be the class of the region for soccer on both sides. As we will see Sampson get taped, it looks like. I thought he was going to come out of the game, but he decided he's going to stick with it. Played short. Sampson back to Elfasuki. He'll try a shot, blocked away by Ochang. The Hawks are arguing that it was a handball on Ochang. Referee having none of it. Rayleigh. He'll try a long shot and it'll go off the back post of the net there. Marchani. Sampson called for the push. Murdaugh chips it in, and Rye just clears it out. Wise. Wide to Kajicho. Elfasuki still going through. Elfasuki shrugging off a couple of challenges, and Ochang able to get back there and clears the ball out before Sampson can get on the other end of it. As he slaps his hands in frustration. He wanted to at least get one in the net. We're now at 5 minutes remaining. Elfasuki split the legs of Province there, but will roll to Fillard, who will get his first touches on the game. Murdaugh. You can hear Coach Joe Fiedler pleading for his team to just keep the ball and wanting to run the clock out. Aikawa with a slide tackle takes the ball away from Elfasuki. Sithara plays it forward, looking for the run of De Jesus, and Berthazat hits it away. He'll play it directly to Sampson. Played over the top, looking for Wilcher. Ochang is there. A lot of credit has to go to the CCBC Essex administration for their sustained success, particularly to Athletic Director at Essex, Greg Whitcup, as well as the Athletic Director of CCBC, Melissa Miller, as they have put together a fine program that has continued to just really be the class of the region, particularly when it comes to soccer, but they continue to do things the right way, and it clearly shows on this field. Entering the game for the night, number 6, Tachi Nagami. have to say a big thank you to everyone here at Howard Community College for being able to put on a fine performance. Our producer, Brittany Dix, our camera operator, Samantha Hobart, all of the facility and staff around, Associate Athletic Director Shannon Riley for her numerous contributions around the field. We've had a lot of help to make this week a good week of soccer, and it's going to be Arya Sathara to put the exclamation mark for the Knights. As the team gets excited for the bench player that doesn't get a whole lot of time on the field, but he made the most out of that one. Sathara with his second goal of the season. Give the credit to the assist to Kajicho, his first assist of the year, and the Knights lead 5-0. Knights goal, scored by number 14, Arya Sathara. Assisted by number 13, Teta Kajicho. Entering in the game for the Hawks, number 9, Joe Sampson. Sampson to Alfasuki. Knights will continue to hold the ball as head coach Joe Fiedler getting ready to celebrate his 12th straight Region 20 championship. An unbelievable record for a coach that could very well see his name in a Hall of Fame somewhere at some point soon, as his accomplishments in this region have been legendary. Sampson trying to make one last run forward. Wise will hit it away with 30 seconds remaining. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Final score, CCBC Essex 5, Southern Maryland 0. So that will do it for us here. The Knights are champions once more, as they have dominated the day once again, and they will take both the women and men's Region 20 championships right here on the campus of Howard Community College. On behalf of everybody here in the athletics department, we thank you for your attendance in today's game, and we appreciate your support throughout this whole tournament. Best of luck to the Knights in the national championship, as they will go to Tucson, Arizona to see if they can take home the big one. We'll keep this going for the trophy ceremony, which will take place immediately. But that will do it for me. On behalf of all us all, final score here, CCBC Essex 5, Southern Maryland 0, the Knights are champions once more.